We're Chloe and Jordan, also known as Counting Countries. We've been traveling for the last 8 months with the goal of visiting every country in the world and being the fastest team to ever do it. Last week, we were in Vanuatu, where a cyclone messed with our plans. This week, we're in Kiribati, or as the locals pronounce it, Kiribati. I won't even try to summarize this country into one sentence. You're gonna have to watch it for yourself.
1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1.
We've been put in a very tough situation, and we're about to do something that we've never done before. So here's the deal. We're in the Solomon Islands currently, and we are flying to Kiribati today, which is one of the top 5 least visited countries in the world. Normally, we're really good at planning out our schedule in advance, having all of our flights, all of our hotels booked, but this part of the world is so hard to travel to, with infrequent flights and very expensive flights, scarce hotels. We've gotten a little bit caught up in all of the logistics of everything. We kind of forgot to book a place in Kiribati, and we found out this morning that no booking platforms, booking.com, hotels.com, have hotels available there. Now normally this is not a big deal. We've booked plenty of hotels same day or next day. However, there are only about 6 hotels in this whole island that we're going to, and all of them are completely booked. Another issue that we've ran into is there is no Wi-Fi on this whole island that we're on right now. Our hotel doesn't have Wi-Fi. There's one spot of the lobby where you can get spotty Wi-Fi. None of the hotels, restaurants, anything. And so we are out here basically stranded for our upcoming country. I watched a documentary on Netflix that gave me kind of a crazy idea. This documentary is called The Kindness Diaries, and this man travels from North America to South America with no money. He relies on the kindness of strangers to pay for his gas, his meals, and his accommodations. So I turned to Chloe and said, what if we fly to this island with no accommodations, and we get there and we start asking strangers to see if anyone will host us for 2 nights.
Okay, it's not that I'm not down, I'm definitely down. I think it'll be really cool. But the natural caretaker and planner in me is also hard at work, and I'm on Facebook right now trying to see if I can find anybody that we know on the island.
We have no idea how this is gonna turn out. I hope that we'll be able to find somebody, but if not, we might be stranded on the island.
No, I've got faith. I've got faith that the Kiribati people will take care of us and give us somewhere to stay tonight. Let's do this. All right, we're at the airport in Solomon Islands and we're headed to Kiribati. We're about to have some moments of truth here in the next couple hours. Hi.
Here's security in the Solomon Islands. Just us.
We can't get in because there's no immigration officer. He's on a smoke break.
He just told us that we have to go outside of security and go look for the immigration officer and bring him back in so that we can cross the border. I've never experienced anything like this before. He's here, he's back.
Maybe.
All right, we finally made it through. We're in this waiting area now. I think we might be the only people on this flight.
It's possible.
There's no one else here.
That's Jordan telling people that we don't have anywhere to stay.
All right, here we go. We're on the flight.
Who knows where we're gonna stay when we get there, but here we go.
While standing in line at baggage claim, we started talking to a few people who had just flown in with us. We explained our situation to people, and surprisingly, they wanted to help. We met a wonderful family who said they had plenty of room at their place, and we were more than welcome to crash with them for a few nights. We were so incredibly grateful. But we had no idea what we were actually getting ourselves into.
Well, my name's Chloe, and that's
And I'm
Jordan.
We're from America. we drove about 3 minutes and we're here.
I'd say we're like 200 yards from the airport.
We ended up at basically a camp. There's like these little huts.
Heads up.
We just showed up at this random village, pulled these kids off these mattresses, and they're taking these back to our village for us.
I feel so bad.
I do too.
I've never felt so guilty.
This is terrible.
We just ripped kids off their bed. Like, what the heck? Sleeping baby. Way to go, Jordan. Now he's sleeping on his monkey. Oh, please.
Are you Jordan?
Yes.
Jordan and Chloe. Right? Ngapong ni Chloe or then Jordan? It's Jordan. We are very grateful. We welcome you.
Thank you.
Come to our humble home. Hopefully tomorrow you get to see the island.
All right, we just laid down in our hut. It feels like it's about 1,000,000 degrees in here. Hopefully we can get some sleep tonight.
I think we're so exhausted that sleep's the only option right now.
I hope so. I can't wait to show this place off in the morning. This is crazy.
I can't wait to see it in the morning. Good night.
Last night was one of the longest nights of my entire life. I was sweating the whole night. My arms were covered in mosquito bites. I couldn't stop itching and scratching. We're on a tiny little pad, so I kept falling off of it. We were uncomfortable. I probably only slept about 2 hours. And then right around 3 a.m., all the chickens started crowing just to add on to all that.
So when we first got here last night, I noticed I wasn't being bit by anything. And so I was like, oh, maybe it's just a blessing. Like, for some reason, there's no mosquito bites. Well, yeah, come like 1 a.m. And these mosquito bites didn't just itch, they were burning. So my arms felt like they were on fire. And I started convincing myself that it wasn't a mosquito, that it was like some really creepy yellow and black spider. That was what was in my head. And then I felt something crawling like on my armpit. And I pulled out like what looked to be a pincher bug. It was just a long night. I have never prayed so hard for a cool breeze to come over me in my entire life. And the rain literally came pouring down. And it helped so much. But I was sweating all night. I was just wiping my face all night, just sweating buckets.
All right, so here's where we got brought last night. I'm gonna give a little tour. So this little compound is full of these huts called buyas that they set up on stilts. And they build these all by hand. This is where we slept. So we had our one little pad that we kept falling off of. And this is the hut. Sometimes they come with mosquito nets. This one doesn't, unfortunately. Over here, this is dinner right here.
Stop it.
This is the kitchen. So this is where they cook and clean everything, do the dishes from all the rainwater here. So there's no running water or electricity here. So they collect all the rainwater, use that for everything they can. So this has been the most unique experience we've had staying with local people so far. We're so grateful. It's such a blessing that they took us in and and had us for these 2 nights. We were about to be stranded on this island. And so even though we had a rough night with the mosquitoes, we're so grateful that they gave us a roof over our heads.
Bye-bye. 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 Just the bathroom.
Bye. So we just stopped at this little shop here on the side of the road, and I noticed that the customers going up to buy stuff weren't paying for anything. They would just say what they wanted, and then the person behind the desk would hand them whatever it was, and no money was exchanged. And so I asked the owner, I was like, why is no one paying for anything? He said, oh, we do IOUs here. So but he knows all the families here, and he has a tab racked up for each family. And whenever the head of that household gets their paycheck, he'll come and pay off the tab in the store. Pretty interesting stuff. It's almost impossible to find restaurants on this island, so here's our lunch.
They told us the next restaurant was 2 towns over.
So we got potato chips, water, rolls, and crackers, chocolate crackers.
Kiribati may be the most unique place we've traveled to thus far. We were shown incredible kindness, got out of our comfort zone, and have stories to tell for generations to come. To those of you who perform kind deeds like the ones we were shown, the world is a better place because of you.